to Stupid Ideas from Bad Creative, Season 2, Episode 8, or Episode 18, all up. Yeah, we've got 8, 9, and 10 to go. And,
moving through.
Yeah, joined by Sid, obviously. And
As
this
always.
time we're talking about King of the Ring 1995. So, we're in the middle of the 90s. We've been all over the shop because I thought it'd be funnier if we didn't just go in the timeline. We just jump from place to place.
Of course.
Yeah, King of the Ring 1995 regarded as one of the worst pay-per-views in history. But we'll get into that.
And that's saying something.
Yeah, it is. So, do you know who Diesel is?
Yeah.
Yeah? What about Kevin Nash?
Who?
Kevin Nash.
No.
Well, if you know who Diesel is, you know who Kevin Nash is because it's the same person.
I think I only know Diesel. I think you at the start of a previous episode you asked me if I knew Diesel.
Yeah.
And I think I only said yes. Because you used to have a dog called Diesel.
No?
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 Axel,
yes.
Axel
Yeah.
was the dog.
What about Axel Rotten?
There we go. No.
No, Axel Rotten's a wrestler. He was from ECW.
Mm-hmm.
What about Scott Hall?
Mm-mm.
Not Kevin Nash. Razor Ramon was what I was thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Razor Ramon and Scott Hall are the same person as well.
Damn it.
What about Mabel?
Uh-uh.
What about Viscera?
Nope.
Big Daddy V?
Sounds like the same person.
They are all the same person.
Right.
What about IRS?
IRS.
Yes. Erwin R. Shyster.
Okay. I was going to say, the IRS, aren't they like... Yeah.
Yeah, that's
no,
the
I don't know.
He's meant to be an IRS dude. He's Bray Wyatt's dad.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. So, King of the Ring 1995, one of the worst pay-per-views in history due to many reasons, such as bad matches and bad booking. So, qualifies for this show easily. So, 1995, the roster isn't looking so hot. It's missing quite a few stars, as in there is probably, you can count it on your fingers the amount of big stars that WWE has.
Yikes. And at this point, did you say in a previous episode this is sort of like the lowest ratings of all time around here?
Yep. Yeah, so post steroid trial, which we'll get to in the future, is when sort of all your big jack guys go. And so without Hogan and all of them, you've got you've got people that aren't big and jacked, so people don't go, oh geez, look at them, they're attractions.
Yeah.
It's just a normal looking person. So like you got Shawn Michaels, you got Bret Hart, you got guys like that. You've got Diesel, who's tall. You got Mabel, who is fat. And yeah. So yeah, no, this is very much a low point. And matter of fact, spoiler alert for next episode, it's about the new generation era, which this takes place in. So
right.
Yeah. So we didn't have many stars. The roster was sort of who cares?
Bleak.
Yeah. And it was just a bad time to be a wrestling fan. Also, you had the burnout from the 80s, and we haven't quite hit the Attitude Era yet either. So
yeah.
Right. So on this show, we had a tournament of 16 competitors, with the first round taking place on TV. And before the pay-per-view, we had Savio Vega beat IRS to earn his way into the tournament due to Razor Ramon getting injured and withdrawing. Okay. So King of the Ring 1995 begins with Savio Vega beating Yokozuna by countout. Yokozuna is a Samoan. He's part of the Anoa'i family. However, he portrays a sumo wrestler. And he does that. Yeah, he does that very well. He looks the part.
You do.
Yeah. And his manager is Mr. Fuji, not Mr. Yamaguchi-san. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we've got a few other major stars involved in the tournament. We've got Owen Hart, Davey Boy Smith, and they drew in the qualifiers, so they didn't make it to the show. Jeff Jarrett lost to The Undertaker in the first round. Obviously, we got Taker in it then. Shawn Michaels and we got Lex Luger, who lost by countout to Yokozuna in the first round, which took place on TV.
With a name like that, he deserves to go out.
Well, he was meant to be the next Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so he lost in the first round to Yokozuna, so didn't make it to the pay-per-view. Yokozuna and Razor both got injured. You got Yokozuna and you got Razor who's been injured. And Yoko lost in the first round to Savio Vega. Oh, lost in the opener, I mean. Can't talk today, apparently. Lost in the opener.
No.
Now, do remember, I haven't said that Savio Vega is one of their major stars. So, yeah. Before the first match of the pay-per-view concluded, we have only Taker, Shawn, and Yoko in the tournament for your major stars. And I've already said Yoko goes out. Match 1.
Yeah.
So, next match on the card is the Roadie, which is Road Dogg Jesse James before he joins DX, versus Bob Holly, which the Roadie wins. Then we have Karma, which is a pre-Attitude Era Godfather, so he doesn't have his hose yet. And Shawn Michaels. Those two go to a 15-minute time limit draw, and both were eliminated. So Shawn Michaels is now gone. Then we have Mabel defeating The Undertaker to draw a close to the quarterfinals. So, yeah. That's your quarters. Done. We've still got the semis and the finals. Immediately
and
after...
all of your major stars are out.
Yep. Immediately after that, we've got Savio Vega beating the Roadie because of the draw earlier on. Mabel gets a bye into the finals. So, yeah, that's just nice. We've had a bye in a tournament. We then get a Kiss My Foot match between Bret Hart and Jerry the King Lawler, which Bret Hart wins and makes King kiss his foot, barefoot, like, you know, shoes off, socks off, kiss my toes. Just had a match, by the way. You know, so...
Sweaty.
Yeah, that's nice. We then get the King of the Ring finals between Savio Vega and Mabel, which Mabel wins. Then we get the main event, which is Bam Bam Bigelow and Diesel versus Psycho Sid and Tatanka, which Bigelow and current WWE champion Diesel win. And that's your show. So, the match of the night went to the draw between Karma and Shawn, and the Kiss My Foot match, which both had star ratings from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, which is sort of it's the most legit thing to do with ratings, I guess. You know, everybody talks about that. So these are the match of the night. They tied. They had the same star rating. They had 2 3/4 stars out of 5. Although Meltzer likes to break his own star rating, it goes to 7 sometimes. But yeah, so your match of the night was 2 3/4 stars. That's just nice, isn't it? One of them was a draw, so technically that shouldn't count because it's a draw. And the other one was a Kiss My Foot match, which automatically disqualifies it from being good. So, yeah. The best match on the show weren't even 3 stars. Like, they're not even sort of average. They're below average. So
yeah, right. So it's not just your major stars have gone out like early. It's also that like the wrestling we're watching it's not good. The matches are not entertaining.
No.
Poorly choreographed. Just
horrible. So
shit to watch.
Yeah, and like we said, in the tournament, all the big names were gone in the first round, or in the quarters. We had a count out so that Yokozuna could be eliminated because he's so big. How the hell can you beat him? That's bullshit, by the way, to count someone out to beat them. Also, that makes Vega seem very weak because he couldn't pin or submit him. He had to take a count out.
Yeah.
And he didn't even win the whole thing because Mabel went on to win that. Which Mabel is sort of the same sort of size as Yokozuna, so if you had Vega beat Yoko earlier, you could have then feasibly gone, he could do it again. And then have Mabel win, and that's all fine. After the King of the Ring show, Mabel went on to lose to Diesel at SummerSlam, then injured The Undertaker at Survivor Series. Brett and King continued their feud, bringing Isaac Yankem DDS. Now his name is Isaac Yankem. Yankem. He's a dentist. And that the person who played him would be repackaged in a couple of years' time as Kane.
Huh.
Yeah. So, there you have it. That's
major improvement.
Yeah. That's the aftermath from King of the Ring 1995. We've got a King of the Ring winner who then goes and loses to the WWE Champion at SummerSlam, injures The Undertaker at Survivor Series, and a dentist shows up.
Bad for business, but then we introduce a poor sounding character.
Yes. I mean, at this time you have stars like Duke the Dumpster Drozy. He was a garbage man. You've got Bastion Booger. You've got Friar Ferguson the Monk. Yes.
So
creatively, they're not doing too well.
Things just always seem to stack, don't they? Yeah.
Yes.
Like, you're in a period of like your worst ratings. You've just lost all your like big chunky dudes, which a lot of people probably would have come to watch just because sometimes it's nice to see some fucking huge dudes. The technical skills can only be appreciated by certain people. And now you're bringing out a bunch of poorly written characters.
Yeah.
You you're just lining up all the, and then as you said, you've had some poor booking as well. Like your storylines are not doing anything spectacular at this point. Oh, and you've got Taker out injured.
Mm-hmm. You've got Bret Hart in a feud against Jerry the King Lawler, where we've now introduced a dentist. So what went wrong? Well, there's not enough star power on the card to make people care. The champion's in a meaningless tag team match, not even defending his belt. Bret Hart's involved in the Kiss My Foot match, so let's just leave it at that.
That's embarrassing.
The tournament loses all of its major stars either qualifying for the tournament on TV or in the quarterfinals. If you've got three stars left and they all go out in the quarterfinals, who's going to care about the rest of the show? All the matches on the show were horrible anyway. And, I mean, that's basically that. That's what went wrong. You killed your own tournament.
A question I've meant to ask like a few times is, there's obviously like a team of writers.
Yes.
Or there's like multiple people that write all the story. Do we have specific writers who coincide with bad things like this? Like, can we look at the writers for certain time periods or events, and can we see like a new writer come in a whole bunch of really shit content. Like, do you ever get that?
Well, we get Vince Russo at some point, but
Mm-hmm.
no, because everything that is written goes through Vince. Vince okays it all. So ultimately, it's Vince at the top saying, we're doing this. So it doesn't matter if you write, The Lord of the Rings. You give it to Vince, and Vince goes, no, we're not doing that. And you hand him, I don't know, some shit book, Twilight or something. And he goes, we're doing that instead. It's up to Vince. You can write a masterpiece, and Vince will turn it down. You can write a piece of shit, and Vince will take it. It's up to him. It's not the writer's fault. Like I said when we talked about Vince Russo, he'll come up with 10 bad ideas and have one good one, and Vince will, filter it out and take what he wants. So, yeah, it's Vince, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Which is arguably WWE's biggest issue of all time.
Consistently.
Yeah, quite consistently. So, I guess you want me to rebook this show, do you?
Please.
All right.
Please.
Well, we're going to fix it by starting with not doing a tag team main event or the Kiss My Foot match. We're going to put the belt on the line in either a triple threat or a fatal four-way. You could have Diesel, Sid, Tatanka in a triple threat, or a fatal four-way with Bigelow as well, because they were in the tag team match. Just change it to a triple threat or a fatal four-way, depending on what you want. Have the belt on the line. Makes that seem, a bit more
interesting.
Yeah, or
relevant.
Or yeah. Or you could do a singles match between Diesel and Sid with Bigelow and Tatanka being managers. Up to you. Doesn't matter. The match now has stakes because the belt is on the line, so people might care. Then the Kiss My Foot match can be changed to not a Kiss My Foot match, and that's fine. And let's move on to the tournament, and we need as many big names as possible, considering we don't have many at all.
At the time,
yeah. So let's make the Owen Hart and Davey Boy match happen in the tournament. Swap them with Duke, Drosy, and Mantar. Yes. We will swap the Shawn Michaels King Kong Bundy seeds on. So on TV we get Mabel beating Adam Bomb and Undertaker beating Jeff Jarrett, or we can swap them with Jacob Blue to keep another big name in. With Jarrett being eliminated, you can just swap him with Jacob Blue so that Jarrett can then win and be in the tournament. And also, we can do Davey Boy beating Karma, Owen Hart beating Bob Holly, Shawn beating Bundy, and the Roadie beats Doink the Clown. Yokozuna beats Lex Luger, and Razor beats Jarrett. So, since we've changed sort of the scenes, I think that Razor might not get injured here because you're changing.
I was about to say, are we able to bring Razor back? He was injured, but if you've avoided that match, then
it's possible that.
And we've done this before. It's sort of, shit can still go wrong with our rebookings, but
but
it's all hypothetical anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's easier if we just book it that Razor does get injured anyway, just so that you can just not have to worry about it, because it's so hard to go. If we don't do that, then he doesn't get injured, but he could still get injured. There's no telling. So
exactly.
If you just follow it with yes, he got injured, then you don't have to worry about it.
You're good.
So I think that it's only fair that the person he beat takes his spot in the tournament, which is Jeff Jarrett in this case. So we've still got Jarrett in, which, The quarterfinals has Mabel lose to The Undertaker. Davey Boy and Owen Hart goes to a draw. Shawn Michaels beats the Roadie, and Jarrett beats Yokozuna after a distraction from the Roadie. The Roadie gives Jarrett the win after a guitar shot. Heel heat, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Semi-finals sees Taker get a bye to the finals. Shawn Michaels beats Jarrett. In the finals of the tournament, you've got Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. You can go either way. You can give it to Taker since he got the bye, because then He's been fresh.
But all of a sudden, you've got an exciting match.
Yes. And you're not taking anything away from Shawn as long as they have a good match, because Shawn had the rest of that extra match and lost. He could always turn around and go, well, if I got the bye, I would have won. It's entirely off of Shawn's ability that he lost. It was just due to the fact he had 3 matches instead of 2. And hopefully those matches are actually better quality now because you've got better quality stars. So, anything you want to add there?
No, it just, really took that, not eliminating all your best stars early, not necessarily, destroying all these people who aren't your big stars, because they're still there for a reason, but, we're not, we're not taking unknowns into the semis and the finals.
Yes, I understand that maybe you could put somebody like that in there, just have an underdog story and they go on to win to build a new star.
But doing it with all of them at once is just,
Yeah, and considering the fact that Mabel didn't quite work out, I think that doing it this way is probably better anyway. So, and I mean, having Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker be in the finals is a big deal. So, so how does this help WWE? Well, it should make the whole show better. The tournament actually has a decent lineup, and the winner is somebody who the company can get behind. So that's sort of good for the company. The Kiss My Foot match is no longer a Kiss My Foot match, and the WWF title's on the line, so that has some stakes, which would mean that the show is better because we don't have a Kiss My Foot match on the show. Because who the hell wants a Kiss My Foot match? It's the same as a Kiss My Ass match. That's also happened. And it makes the show that much better, which should mean that there's higher viewers, more ticket sales, more money, all that sort of shit. Just do it better and everything's better. Is basically what I'm saying. So, that's...
Make it more entertaining, which is literally in the name.
Yes. Well, not at this stage, it's not actually. Because at this stage it's World Wrestling Federation.
True.
Yes.
But,
Yeah. Well,
I like it.
Yeah, that's basically all
kind
I've got.
It. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, channel, hit notification bell. Follow the Facebook, Twitch, and X. Links to those are in the description. Let me know what you thought of the episode and how you would rebook King of the Ring 1995 in the comment section. And other than that, thanks for watching. Sid, say goodbye.
Catch you later.
And good night.